Okay, guys, welcome to Haunting Live. Thanks very much for tuning in. We are bringing you Haunting Live Podcast tonight, again from self-isolation. As you can see, things might be getting a little worse. They might not, but we're definitely wearing masks now.
Yeah. So basically, the Ontario government actually just passed though that masks should be worn. The homemade masks can be worn as long as they're actually washed every single night. So what I did though today, I went through actually some old material I actually have and created the masks for Trevor and myself.
Yep. So we have new masks on here, but we're going to take them off. So we just made them so we can wear them when we need to, and if we feel like wearing them when we go out, just to protect ourselves and everybody else that we may run into. We just want to have these just in case that we need to use them when we go outside. So.
Yeah.
But Chris makes them himself. They're handmade, so they're washable. You can just throw them in the wash after you wear them and clean them up and just reuse them.
Double-sided is exactly what they are also.
Yeah.
Trevor's isn't, unfortunately, but mine is. Now the thing though that they are actually 100% cotton, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, question for you guys though that are joining us tonight. The question is, with the illness that's going actually on these days, what do you guys think about it? Please share. We noticed that there are 2 people actually on right now.
Yeah. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys.
Thank you very much, Brenda.
Haunting Live Podcast. We are broadcasting live from our home base studio here, our home office. As you guys know, obviously, everything is closed up. Normally we bring you guys out to locations and investigate with you live. But right now, these days, we're still bringing you live from our isolated locations. So.
Yeah. So again, what do you guys think about this COVID-19 actually?
COVID-19.
Yeah, COVID-19 actually illness. What do you guys think about it? Let's hear what you guys started thinking about it. Well, that's going actually on. I took a good look actually online. Some of these figures don't equal out. So basically altogether, there's actually, with Ontario, there's 3,630 cases. There is a total actually of 1,219 resolved. There is actually designated actually 94. But actually as of today, there is actually 375 cases. Now the total is actually 71,33,8 actually altogether. So that there doesn't fully make sense, especially if you do your figures. Now basically though is under investigation there's 1,336 cases. But right when we go to the hospitals, there's only 506. There's actually there's actually 8. Now, the percentage-wise, there is actually 84.3% male, 51.2% is female. Okay? Now, I got a good question for you guys. Right when this illness actually did happen, and people are supposedly dying, what did they have before they actually passed away and before they got the illness? That's the big question, though. Why isn't the government indicating that? And if we look at the numbers across Canada, is that normal across Canada per day? That they're actually making a big hype actually because of this illness. We've actually talked to a couple of people, and they've actually said, though, some people say it's conspiracy. Also, if they get the shot, what's going to be technically in the shot itself? That's the big question. So let's hear from you guys exactly what you guys think. I see 6 people live with us.
Great. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are doing Haunting Live Podcast tonight. As normal, we're doing it from our isolated location, and we're just discussing the topic, of course, that everybody's talking about tonight. Still talking and discussing about COVID-19. So we keep hearing a lot of different numbers out there, keep watching the news for their updates, and we just want to hear your thoughts on what's going on, what you think it actually is. Like, there's so many things it could be and so many things they're trying to do, but they're only telling us so much information that they want to put out there. Because we notice also that all they seem to focus on when they do give us updates and such, they only provide updates for people that are infected and people that have passed. They sometimes provide updates to people that have been cured of it, but not all the time constantly. So I think it's more important for people to be focused on the positive, and they should also be telling us how many people have been cured, how many people are recovering, that kind of thing as well. So just to keep the population in a positive mood, not just all who's died and who's infected. So
yeah. All right. I know that actually in Southern Ontario that they talked about actually the
Sherry's in
about the home. Though actually people passed away, but still, how do you know for sure? And also with Thunder Bay, just today, the Prime Minister got a call about housing up there. People are being kicked actually out of Ontario housing because they don't fully understand actually up at Thunder Bay.
Yeah, there was a law passed when all this stuff came about, and they started making all the rules and stuff. And one of the rules was there would be no evictions allowed at all that people rent. So one story that came through today that the Premier of Ontario wasn't aware of, but he found out today, that the people in Thunder Bay, some of them were actually being evicted still. So he's not happy with that.
Yeah. And then let's go to Trump. All right, so Trump actually wants to try to keep actually everything for the States.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, the thing, though, is I personally think that he's looking about getting another war against Canada, but our last war for the States and Canada was War of 1812. Mm-hmm. Does he not know about history? That's another big question.
Yeah, the whole thing lately with him was we're supposed to be supplied the masks from 3M, the big company in the States, and they want us to stop receiving those masks. So Trump has banned them shipping any masks to Canada now. So Trudeau's on that. He's been in contact with Trump, and apparently he's arguing against that. So hopefully they can resolve that issue soon, because that's something that's needed here. We shouldn't have to supply our own. I can see why they want to keep it to their own, but at this time it should not happen that way. We should all be sharing and trying to beat this thing all together. So
yeah. All right. So basically, though, is we got a couple comments actually up there.
Yeah. Brenda McQuaker says most had diabetes and other major illnesses when they died. Yes, that is the one main factor. Anybody that we've seen so far that has passed presumably had some kind of underlying issue, and that's what caused them to pass along with the virus. So I don't believe the virus itself is actually causing any deaths. It's people that have underlying issues, and that's why we're being told to stay a distance away and be distancing from people. So in case somebody has an issue, that you're not going to be the cause of their deaths. So yeah, he's making a huge mistakes, and he needs to get lost. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been making mistakes for about the past 3 years since they put him in office. So
yeah, that's the big thing, though. So us Canadians, we personally know, except for the people in the States. A lot of people in the States don't fully see exactly what us Canadians and other people within other countries fully see.
Yeah, so we have a different view of things, I guess, in Canada, because we're a separate country. We look after our own, just like the U.S. is trying to look after their own and stuff like that. But at this time, when everybody's in the same situation, we all need to work together to get this solved as soon as possible, so everybody can get back to work and get the economy back on track. Because we can't keep going like this. Who knows how long it's going to be, months, a year, who knows. And if that continues, this economy cannot handle that, I don't think.
Yeah, and Trevor brought up something else about EI today, which I totally agree with him.
Mm-hmm. What, that everybody's on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now, the way I see things, my personal view, is that the government came out, said, okay, we're going to help support you, help support anybody that's lost their jobs, and guarantee you'll have your job when everything's over, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, they're feeding EI with money so that we can get on EI. But how long is that going to last for? Like, they tell everybody in the whole world, basically, to quit their job and stay at home to help protect yourself. But you have to go on EI because we're providing the money for that. But how long is that money supply going to last? Like, I cannot see it lasting a long time for everybody. They might be able to push us through and get things going for people, but I don't see it lasting a long time. So I do agree with the fact that we have to stay apart from people in order for this to peak and go on the downhill side of things. And for that, we need to stay away from each other just for a little while longer. But how long, I don't know. So,
yeah. All right. So, again, though, is what have you guys been doing lately yourselves?
Yeah. What are you guys up to? How are you handling your isolation? We're doing pretty good here. We're just hanging out, trying to keep busy. We're moving in a couple of months, about a month and a half.
In a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks. So that's keeping us pretty busy. We're trying to make sure everything's ready to go for that. We are moving in May, so we're hopefully going to have a new place. Everything's set up by mid-May, at least by the end of it for sure. So we'll be broadcasting to you guys from our new location in a couple of weeks, and you guys can look forward to that.
Yeah, we may even do something from the patio. You never know. You might be able to get a good view.
Yeah, we can do some live broadcast outside on our patio since we don't have one here at this location. We'll have a awesome view of a new patio balcony, if you want to call it that, at our new spot, which is on the 12th floor of the building, and it's going to be a nice, really nice view. So,
yeah. But yeah, so what I've been doing though is I've been doing a lot of knitting. I've been doing, again, today I've been knitting the masks. Mm-hmm. Not knitting, sorry, but sewing the masks, from leftover material I've actually accumulated over the years. Yep. And for myself though, it's like I wish that we could go actually up north to be able to see our friends actually up in Thunder Bay and also family actually up north, Northern Ontario, up in Sault Ste. Marie. Yeah,
we are looking forward to after this is over. Last little while, there have been people posting hashtags of what will you do after. And that's one thing we like doing is traveling and checking things out at different locations and obviously doing Haunting Live at different locations for you guys. So we're hoping if they ease the restrictions later on, possibly by the summer or if not by the fall, to hopefully be booking a trip up to Thunder Bay. So,
yeah, when was the last time I was up there? 3 years ago?
Yep, at least 2 years ago or so.
Trevor's last time was actually 2 years ago, up there.
I have been there for at least a year. So.
For me, though, it was actually 3 years ago. It was actually being 2 years ago, I was working at Constant Mall, and that's right when you were last up.
Yep.
But anyway, so let's just get actually on with tonight. So we're actually here to do a spiritual communication. We've been using an app lately. Actually, if Christy Dawn is still actually on, hey Christy. You actually sent something to me, and yesterday though that you talked with me and Trevor actually heard, but you used it actually with your actually good friend, and your friend got scared actually of it. You basically had to stage up your place, so.
Yeah. So keep in mind with using the apps, they are a great tool to use. We like using different ones just to see how different ones work in the field. What was the first one that we normally use called?
The Ghost Tool.
Oh, the Ghost Tool app. That's more of an obvious type tool. It will display words, and the spirits can use the database inside of it to manipulate it and make white noise, and then that creates and generates the words that display on the screen, so it can actually communicate with words directly on the screen. But the one we've been finding works really well lately, we wanted to try it out, do a full test on it, was called the Portal app. So that's one that we use, and we're going to use again tonight for you guys.
Yeah. Anyway, so a couple of days ago, I was actually talking to my cousin. She works at the Queen's Inn. We're going to be actually having our workshop this fall, November 6th and 7th. But with that, though, is we were telling her to do with actually the third floor of the room, though, that we last stayed in. That was just over top of Mr. Pinckney's suite. Mm-hmm. And Trevor and I, we were like laying there, and we saw black shadows, and Trevor heard the toilet flush twice throughout the night. I actually told my cousin over the phone that works there, and she's like, too bad that the spirits couldn't flush the toilets all at the same time. That way it would be a little bit better. But unfortunately, though, that there's 3 workers working at the Queen's Inn. Queen's is not open right now because of what's going actually on, but they need to be there. Can't fully just let you guys know, but yeah, unfortunately, they need to be there. But can those check out our event that's coming up this year?
Yeah, so like everybody else that has events planned, that has gatherings and stuff, like everybody else, We apologize, but we did have to cancel our event and postpone it until later. So we did reschedule with the Queen's Inn in Stratford. It's going to be now in November, so just keep watching for the dates, which is the 6th and the 7th of November. It's already rescheduled for those, but we'll still have tickets available, so that'll give us more time, hopefully, to sell some more tickets to you guys. So.
Yeah. All right, so let's get going on with the portal. You guys want to get on with the portal? I want to see thumbs up. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys want to try the portal tonight? If you guys have any questions that you want us to try asking, we can do that for you. Just type them in chat, and we can proceed from there, and we'll see what the portal has for us tonight.
All right, so I want to see some thumbs.
Do you guys want the portal tonight? We can try some spirit communication on the portal app and see if they have any messages for us, especially during these uncertain times, and what spirits want to say to us. There goes some.
Okay, I didn't see them, but...
Yeah. On the phone.
We have 3 different screens going on actually on right now, so if you guys are noticing by my eyes are actually fluctuating between actually all 3 screens right now. And also with the TV to try to get more actually accurate results.
Yeah, while we do the Haunting Live podcast from isolation, we have our news station running, so if any news comes across, we can alert you guys as well. So if you have any questions on that, we can try to answer them too. But let's get started with the Portal app and see what spirits we can draw in tonight. Here. I'm hiding.
We keep getting that soft female voice comes through.
Lots of whispers so far. Are you there?
Are you guys there tonight?
Any spirits with us here already?
Who's here with us?
Anybody that's on Haunting Live Podcast tonight with us, just let us know if you have any issues hearing anything at all. We'll make adjustments to the setup here too. So. Are there any spirits here that want to talk to us? What do you have to say to us? Do you have any messages for us tonight? Is this station too fast for you? Do you want us to try a different one? It seems really fast.
Hey, last time that we didn't do channel 4, so let's do channel 4.
I seem to be running on a fast frequency tonight, so let's go to a different channel. Yeah, that's better. Thanks, Spirit. Christy's back.
Yeah.
Hi, Christy. Are there any spirits here with us that want to send messages to us?
Did you hear that? What did we hear?
We hear you. Leave?
Who's leaving?
We're using it, you just said. Okay, Sherry can hear me okay. Good that you could hear Sherry, that's good. Thanks for letting us know.
Something about Apple? Hate?
Do any spirits have any messages tonight for us?
What's wrong? The one just farted.
It's love. Lots of love messages. Are you having a good evening?
Are you?
We're having a good evening, yes. I guess. Same way.
You guess? Why? Because you can't see us?
No, I guess he is having one. Exactly.
Ow. Chrissy actually just posted something.
They said hear that, they heard that. Are there any spirits here that have any messages for us or anybody else?
Mom?
Yeah, I guess so.
Who's mom?
You're a wuss. Do you have any messages for anybody?
Just posted Christopher, actually one of the actors, actually has actually the illness. Different languages. What it's also doing though is actually communicating also not only with Spanish but also with in Russian. You're how old? Who's with us? Is it a little boy or girl?
Spirit.
I know you're spirit, but are you a boy or girl?
Girl.
Girl?
Male.
What time period are you from?
Good luck with you. Thank you.
What decade is it that you're from?
Can you tell us anything that we need to know? Can hurt you or something.
What was that about the virus?
Do you have any messages about the virus? tell us any messages about the virus that's going around?
Does anybody actually online that's watching us have any questions at all? If so, type them in. We'll be able to ask the questions for you.
Are there anybody here that wants to communicate with us tonight? What's your name? You're gifted.
Who's gifted? Alright, so there, Brenda asked a question.
Okay, Brenda's asking, how did you pass on? How did you pass on? No need to ask. We'd like to know, how did you pass? Some hurricane. During the eye.
During the eye.
So it's a hurricane whispered into the eye.
Brenda, did you get that at all, or did you hear it?
So a female came through twice for you, Brenda, and she said in the whisper, hurricane, and then during the eye it goes louder.
Does Christy or Sherry have any questions?
Can any spirit tell us for Sherry when you passed away? Give us a date, like a number? I thought it was 7-7. Can you give us a number of when you passed? What year?
Ouch.
That one comes through correct. I think it's just one of the words. What year did you pass? Tell me what year.
Something like Now, Christy actually types in Miss Gibson. Heard war.
Well, we are technically in a war right now, yeah. Are we going to win this war?
I guess.
Good luck.
Are we going to win about the virus that's going on right now?
Yes.
What was that?
Said the same thing to you. Still too fast.
Speak a little bit slower, please.
Do you guys want us to change the station? Do you want the channel changed?
No.
Is this okay? That was a language. I don't know.
Is that Tosa Sasha? I'm listening to right when I say that, though, the camera goes in and out. It's been solid for quite a while.
He is here. Who's he? That sounded like Uncle Cyril. Who's he? You said he's here. He didn't move on.
Dude, is Tosa Sasha here? Can you try the different port?
Okay.
Channel 2 is actually on.
Alright, we switched channels on the app. There's 4 different channels. And we switched it to the second one now. We were starting 1, we tried 4, now we're to 2. I like you.
Who do you like, Trevor or myself?
Better?
Trevor.
Yeah. Oh, you mean?
No, we're not. See?
What's my name?
Shit.
No, what's my name?
No need to tell. Can you say somebody's name? Just give us a name. We all know.
Alright, so Trevor's actually asked. I'm going to actually ask now. Can you say somebody's name, though, even if it's somebody that's actually on the live chat with us? Alright, so welcome to the people that actually just joined. Let you know we are playing with the poll.
Thanks for tuning in to HauntingLIVE Podcast tonight. We're broadcasting live from our isolated location as we have to nowadays. So lately we've been running the Portal app, which we're doing again tonight for you, and hopefully we'll get some messages coming through for you guys. We've had some pretty good success on it for the last couple times, so we want to keep trying it. If you guys have any questions you want to ask, just let us know.
There is no I.
There is no I. Come on up now.
Bonnie.
Bonnie, okay. Deanna's having trouble finding the app. Yeah, if you search on Google Play, just search for the portal. There's another official web tool called the portal, but this is another one. It's got, you can show the screen on the camera. Turn it so they can see. Good. Yeah. So it's got lights and stuff, blue lights on the front of the image, and that's the one that you have to look for. Was there any deaths that we know of in here? Not that we know of, but we've only been here 3 years, so we don't know. I'm assuming the new place that we're moving to, though, Brenda, is going to have quite a few spirits in it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we're pretty much moving to a complex rate where a lot of seniors actually reside.
Which we're hoping is going to be a lot better, more of an adult-friendly building, so it's not all university kids like around this area. So we're hoping it's going to be a little bit more easy and relaxing, and we can make some new friends there, stuff like that.
We're finding that a lot of people actually right where we live right now are actually all stuck up there, like university, actually head people, like not head, but like student-wise.
And they think they're above everybody, and they don't even talk to you, so we're hoping that if we move into a more adult-oriented type building, that will meet some more people. So.
And I'll be able to do haircuts there.
Probably. But you know what you have to do before that.
So let's turn it back up.
Yeah. No need to something. Hi, Steve Churchman. Thanks very much for tuning in. Glad you joined us on HauntingLIVE Podcast. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you have any questions, just let us know, and we can try to ask them through the portal.
Don't know if Wanda's actually popped in tonight, but no need to kill.
Leave it down. Did you hear that?
I know, Deanna, we should have actually had this out right when we were last with you.
Yeah, Sherry, earlier we were getting lots of messages too with love in it, so I think there's a lot of positive energy around tonight too, so that's a good thing.
The spirits are even asking questions.
Yeah. Isn't he beautiful? That's all that came with. So. Harold? Yeah, Harold before.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay, spirits, thank you very much for tuning in and talking to us tonight. We appreciate you coming through and sharing your messages with us tonight.
Thank you for our spirits. Harold again?
Harold again. Is there a Harold?
You want to ask her something? What?
Harold, yes, the female Harold.
You want to ask a question? Go ahead.
That begin. Yeah, start. You can ask. Does anybody?
Never. Yeah.
Beautiful. Lots of positives getting tonight. Like love and beautiful. So lots of positive energy going out, and that's really good at this time that we need it. So I think with that we'll cut it short tonight and end with the positive energy coming through. So we've had lots of messages of love in it, lots of messages of positivity. So,
Right there, from Sherry.
Sherry's asking, do spirits make full sentences or only broken up? A lot of the time they are broken up only because it takes a lot of energy for them to come through. We find this even when we use our official scientific tools like the spirit box. It will take a lot of energy for them to even say one word. So if you're getting words that are specific to your situation that you're investigating, like I always try to teach people, you will get more words coming through the more you connect with spirit. So the more of a connection they make with you, the stronger they'll get. And yes, at times you'll get multiple words or even a sentence at times, but it is rare that you get a full sentence.
Yeah. It showed that Chrissy actually popped in. She gave us a wave. Hey, Chris. All right. So the other one though I just pulled up.
So this is the one that we normally use when we're out investigating because it's more like an obvious tool that will actually display the words as they come through when you're investigating, so you can kind of connect the words that appear to your situation and pick out the relevant words and hopefully get some answers that way.
Alright, so let's see if any of the spirits that we're just communicating with us are going to come through.
And this one is actually called the Ghost Hunters Tool, if you want to know the name of it. Just search Ghost Hunters Tool on Google Play and you should be able to find it. Any spirits here tonight that want to communicate with us, maybe you're having a hard time with the Portal app, you can try this one and see if you can use it easier.
What is that?
Chrissy's in.
Yeah.
Hi Chrissy, how are things up in Thunder Bay today?
Alright, so...
I've gotten a lot of relevant responses from that. Yeah, so have we. And that's what I mean, you have to use these apps so that with your own judgment and see how they relate to your investigation that you're doing. So.
That clicking though is actually creating white noise for the energy to be able to communicate through.
The first word that came through is paralysis. Time. Oh, that's like the barbecue.
Right here.
Next word was asthma. Are you trying to tell us that people with conditions should stay away from this? Male. That was exactly for you.
Are you talking to me because I got asthma? You can come through.
Yeah, we had nice weather today down here too, Chrissy. We had probably about 12 to 13 range today, so it was a nice day.
A little bit cloudy though.
Cloudy, not much sun right now, but...
Alright.
Other word, record. Yeah,
we're recording right now.
Are you okay with us recording you like this? You joining in with us?
These are the words that are coming through right now.
Do you have anything else that you want to tell us about this virus? It's okay, you can talk to us if you want.
Sorry about the loud clicking sound.
Are we stuck at home with you? Are you stuck with us?
If there is an energy actually with us, the candle's behind me. And Trevor, can you sort of bounce that candle? Or blow that candle?
Are you here with us? 11. We have 11 around.
One of our digits was 11
Yeah.
for people.
The word 11 just came through. Another one. Okay.
11. It's really kicking up high.
Okay, do you have a message?
Winter.
Winter. So is it going to last until winter? Sierra. So now it's just going into some random stuff. Yep. Chrissy, we are definitely getting a lot of spirit communication lately, so that's why once a week we want to hold these sessions, at least while we're in isolation. That's the least that we can do to ask spirit to communicate with us and pass messages along, right? So. Abnormal.
Yeah, it is abnormal.
Very abnormal. Emily. So 2 names so far, Sierra and Emily. I turned the volume back down a little bit, so we just wanted to show you guys how the tool kind of works and what it sounds like. So we'll just relay the information as it comes up for you.
Okay, so those that missed actually the beginning of the podcast, be able to rewatch it from the start, because we do talking about actually the illness that's actually out there, some philosophies, and some numbers from today.
Apparition. Okay.
Yeah.
Chrissy's talking about the veil being thin, so we just have the word apparition, so that might be something interesting. Are you going to show us your apparition? Or are we going to see more?
Left.
Left. Are you towards my left?
Alright, so which left? The camera left
Or
or our left?
your left. Are you towards our left side? Chrissy got abnormal also.
Yeah.
Christy.
Yeah. Chrissy actually gone. She got actually abnormal also.
Fresh. Random word.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think, actually, that's one thing I wanted to talk about at the first session, but I'll bring it up now, since Chrissy is kind of mentioning that things are increasing, and I think I know why. A lot of us have mediumship abilities, even if you don't practice it, you still have your third eye, your senses, and stuff like that, right? So, nowadays, of course, we're stuck at home, and we're bored, and we don't know what to do. So I think a lot of us might be tuning into some things that we're not quite used to, which is your mediumship abilities and sensing things. So I think a lot of us lately are going to be experiencing more and more energies. Even those that aren't used to it are going to be experiencing communicating with spirit in different ways. So if anybody has any questions about that kind of stuff, feel free to ask us. We're always here for you. We definitely like to teach people on how to use their abilities and stuff like that. We do that with our classes that we do when we hold workshops. So if you guys want to talk about that kind of stuff these days, and you're experiencing things that you might not normally experience because you're sitting at home and you're bored, and you're maybe experiencing paranormal activity, or you're experiencing different things that you're not sure what's going on, I think it's because a lot of us are at home and we're opening up more senses that we don't normally open up to. So when you're at home and isolated, maybe a good thing to do would be to explore those things, explore your abilities, and try to figure out what you can meditate on, stuff like that. And like I said, if you have questions about things that are happening to you while you're in isolation, just give us a quick message and we can try to help you.
Yeah. So Chrissy Collins, actually up north, are you doing any workshops at all for the people up in Thunder Bay by any chance? That's a good question.
Chrissy just messaged, I meditate daily, if not twice a day. That would help a lot of people. Yep. And I just thought of that since we've been off, right? Because a lot of people might be tuning in more to their psychic side or their mediumship side, and might not understand what's going on. So if you're home and you're experiencing things, just feel free to chat with us anytime.
I know you can't, but still, it's one of those, if you are willing to do stuff actually online for anybody actually up in your way.
Yeah, you may be able to hold online classes or chat online in groups or something like that to people. If you guys want to set something like that up, we could talk about that as well with you guys, and maybe we could set up a group chat once a week or something. Or if people want to do classes, that kind of stuff. But it's been roughly our hour. Time is just about up, so if anybody has any questions, put them through now, because we're going to sign off fairly shortly here, guys. So. Distance, feeling, and terror, too. Okay.
Alright.
Well, that's good, Chrissy. Yeah, those are good things to keep up on, especially during isolation. Yeah.
Alright. So, Chrissy Collins, if you, I don't know, but probably might want to get in contact with Chrissy Collins. Since you guys are right up in the same neighborhood, pretty much. Actually, Chrissy Collins has actually sort of hung out with us. She's got to see exactly how we work and everything else. She may be able to help you. Who knows? I don't know if that's okay, Chrissy Collins, or...
Yeah, Chrissy says she does long distance readings and tarot and healing and Reiki and stuff, so it's a good thing to contact somebody if you need help with your development, or if you're not sure what's going on. Just feel free to reach out. Okay, we haven't got any new messages, so I think with that we will call it a night with you guys. Thanks very much for tuning into Haunting Live Podcast tonight. We are still broadcasting live for you guys under Haunting Live Podcast from isolation until who knows when this is over, so We'll try to continue this every week on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock for you guys. Let us know if you want us to do any different topics. Just send us a message.
Actually, I really don't use the cards. I can be able to look at somebody and read them up and down, like loud and clear, and let you guys know exactly what's going actually on. Most times, actually, if I'm in a large area, I'm actually got that wall around me. So right when we were actually in the sea with you guys actually at the mall, first thing I was actually shut down. So
yeah. So okay, guys. Well, thanks very much for tuning in to Haunting Live Podcast. We will catch you guys next week, and happy hauntings.